The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. For a spot in the NFC Championship game, this one is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
If you're trying to do something, you gotta lead with the ball.
Pass play now. He's got Harris. Continuing to move past the 45. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He's dropping back to throw. Gets this one to Harris. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Taken in by Harris. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing from the gun here. Digs there to bring it in. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. They stop by Damone Clark.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is Harris on 2nd down. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Brought down by Deron Bland. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Get the fullback involved here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he'll go down here at the 16. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He has it at the 5! And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Harris. Will take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it. And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
Well, that's going to take away a touch of that early momentum they built with the opening drive touchdown. And just as importantly here, blocking that extra point should give the offense a little boost as they come out for their first possession, looking to match touchdown for touchdown.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Another carry for him. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys literally won up that opening touchdown drive, huh, as they take a 7-6 lead here. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Harris. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That'll do it for one quarter. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 24. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They put a receiver in motion right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. The give now out of the shotgun. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
May on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Flushed out of the pocket. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that makes it 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
He's got the hook up to Ingram. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To the air yet again, May. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That's a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Rolling out to his left. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jerome Bland has it. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Going play action, May. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Bynum. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Trayvon Diggs has got it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's trying to push the field. They get it right back. That's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They toss left side to Harris. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. This is complete to Schultz. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make the play just as that tight end did. We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Running behind center with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll throw on 1st. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
There he goes on the right side. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete to Diggs out left. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And the Cowboys bring a couple extra defensive backs out. 3rd down coming. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. And escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll run here from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. No change to the call in the fields. That play's going to remain a touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Going to Harris to start the half. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they have 3rd and short. Motioning one of the tight ends. A 3rd down run with Harris. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They go play action on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Short pass brought in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. On play action, here's May. He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Trying to hit his fullback there. And that makes it 2nd and long.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. May now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
May now on 3rd down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Vikings football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running left is Harris. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Deron Bland. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's got Harris. Juke the defender. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a third-quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the 46. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Vacates quickly left side. Throw reeled in by Mayer. Oh, this big guy is moving. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
They'll try and punch it in. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And, yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. This, our last play of the quarter. To throw it on first down. Buys time, rolling right. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's Vikings ball. We'll see if they can come up with something here and stave off elimination. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw. Schultz with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They give to Harris from the gun, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on third and long. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up third and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buying some time left. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing from the gun. And they pick him off again. And the Cowboys take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back-to-back carries here. And this one does not go far. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires ball's on the ground, and they're facing third and long.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
He'll throw it. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Cowboys take possession of the football.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll run here on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to meet him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Cowboys clinging to a 1-point lead. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. It's picked out by the Vikings going the other way.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. They get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
He'll look to throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. and that sure altered the throw.
This is Harris on second down. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Now to throw. Escapes the pocket. We're in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win all set, Cowboys in victory formation, and they take a knee. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They kneel it out, and that's it. They're going to be playing in the NFC Championship game.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Cowboys are winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.